Hi everyone, this is lesson 5.2. Our learning target today is I can convert between fractions and mixed numbers. And that word convert simply means change. I can change between fractions and mixed numbers. Our learning target is I can convert between fractions and mixed numbers. And convert simply means to change or to switch between fraction and a mixed number. And if you're not sure what a mixed number is, we're about to talk about that. Your learning target today is I can convert between fractions and mixed numbers. And that word convert simply means to switch between or change from a fraction to a mixed number or to a mixed number to a fraction. So mixed numbers mean when you have a whole number and then a fractional piece of it. So like 4 1/2, 4 3/4, 5 1/7. A mixed number has a whole number and then a fractional part of a number. So that's what a mixed number is. So a mixed number is simply when you have a whole number and a fractional piece as one number. So 4 3/4 would be a mixed number. 5 1/7 would be a mixed number. An improper fraction is when your numerator, that top number, is larger than the denominator, that bottom number. So improper because the top should be smaller than the bottom, but improper meaning that the top number is larger, the numerator is larger than the denominator. So improper fraction is when your numerator is larger than your denominator. So improper because the numerator should usually be smaller than your denominator, but it's an improper fraction because the numerator is larger than your denominator. So what we're going to do, we are going to convert. So to go from 14/8 into a mixed number. So when we go to a mixed number, that means that we are going to try to figure out how many times 8 can go into 14. Well, I know 8 times 2 is 16, so that doesn't work. So I know I can pull one group of 8 out. 14 minus 8 is 6. So what that tells me is I can pull one 8 out and have 16 out, or 6 out of 8 left over. As I'm going to teach you how to convert from this to this or this to this, meaning how to go from an improper fraction and make it a mixed number, or how to make a mixed number into an improper fraction. So first, we're going to start over here with this mixed number. And I do something called the whoop whoop trick. The whoop whoop trick is simply when you whoop whoop. What that means is, your first step is to take the 3 and multiply it by the 2. So whoop would be 3 times 2, which is 6. And my other whoop would be to add my numerator. So 6 plus 1 would be 7. So whoop whoop. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And I put that over the same denominator that I already have. So 2 1/3 is the same as 7/3. Let's do the other way now. So if I have 14/8, my first job is going to be to figure out how many 8s can I fit into 14 without going over. Well, I know that I can subtract 1/8. I write that down. I have 1/8 subtracted out, and I would have 6 out of 8 left over. So I went from an improper fraction here and just changed it to a mixed number by simply pulling out as many groups of 8 from my numerator that I could. Whatever I had left over stayed in fraction form. Here's a little bit more practice. So, mixed numbers, I do the whoop whoop trick. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 1, so I add here, multiply down here, would be 49. 49, and I keep the same denominator, so 49/8. If we're going to go from an improper fraction to a mixed number, 4 times what is going to get me close to 21 without going over? Well, I know 4 times 5 is 20. So 5 of those 4s can come out. When I subtract, I'd have 1 left over out of 4. Okay, I went through that really fast, but it's really just that easy. 21 is the same as saying 21 divided by 4. I'm just doing it kind of in one simple step. So if writing it out over on the side is easier for you, going like this, 1 left over, 1 becoming your numerator, your divisor is your denominator, that works too. Whatever makes the most sense to you. The whoop whoop trick, remember, denominator times the whole number. I write down my answer, add your numerator, then you write down. That's your new numerator. Rewind, pause, rewatch, whatever you have to do, but that's all you're learning right now. Tonight's homework is you're going to make the 4 1/3 into an improper fraction. So you need to do the whoop whoop trick on this one. And then 27/4 you need to make into a mixed number. So that one you could do the division problem, or you could just kind of mentally do it, whatever makes the most sense to you. All right. I would also like to see a big, huge smiley face on the top corner of your paper when you turn it in tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.